This is a huge point of gravity. South by has such a reputation internationally that it brings people to this conversation, whether or not they're exhibitors, whether they're on the floor, whether they're standing up on a stage, or none of the above, but the surrounding conversations that you get into, I think that's where the real value is.
We've had Hollywood superstars thrown up this week. We've had venture capitalists here. There's hundreds and hundreds of startups, founders and entrepreneurs. Is this just a big party?
No, I think there's a lot of learnings, and I think that's one of the most exciting things is seeing all different perspectives. No matter the industry, there's a takeaway that can be applied across the board, and you don't get that in a lot of different places.
I think the attitude here is very friendly, it's very open, people talk to each other. It's a super easy place to connect.
Within FCAT, it's our job to look at the socio-cultural trends, the disruptive technologies that are out there looking forward 5 and 10 years. Do you feel that this is the kind of conference and this is the kind of integrations where we're seeing that?
I think this is the type of conference that kind of paves the way for those sociocultural trends. Yeah, I would say for me, it's about personalizing experiences. I think we can leverage technology to personalize experiences more so than we ever have done before.
If you're to track not just is this one convening opportunity a great place for signal, I think you have to go to a few different places and see that signal carry. And I think we can see it carry sometimes from Asia in through Europe and to here, and sometimes exactly the other direction. Been pretty good signal quality, particularly in areas like biotech, human-machine interfacing. We've seen those early signals with some quality, but they're pretty resounding right now. We've seen so many startups over the last couple of days that are doing something right there, right at that middle point, and it feels a lot more real than a lot of the AI stuff we saw emerging in startups last year that kind of vaporized pretty quickly. The other thing I'd say that I see here, and I see it more here than in Europe, there's a level of optimism in the conversation. And maybe that's just the culture, right? And it's a very energizing culture. But that optimism, we're both tech optimists. We'd argue that I'm not maybe as much as you, but I think we both are. But the optimism here is very empowering. And I think there's the can-do mentality. There's that optimism coming from the startups. That's invigorating.
So we've enjoyed our first experience of South by 24. Would you come back?
I think my reason for coming back is because technology is just changing so much. The media is changing so much. All of these different industries that are taking part in an event like this, they're changing. So next year, it could be an entirely different event. So I think that's the beauty of the space that we're in.
The answer for me is yes. And although we're tech enthusiasts and we're here looking for that disruptive societal and technology change, business is done with other people. It's a people thing all of the time. Your reputation matters, your connections matter. So yes, that would be a reason to come back, to build our reputation, build our credibility, and get in there at the right time.